This is from the AITA subreddit as well and is titled, Am I the Astronaut for Refusing to Let My Parents Rename Me? What? My 15 male parents gave my sister, 16 female, brother, 13 male, and me mature names and more specifically, water nature names. My sister is Ocean, I'm Cove, and my brother is a river. They wanted our names to have a theme without being matchy with the same initials, so we got our names. The story was told to us when we were little, and my parents were proud of the names that they gave us. Back when we were all stuck at home, my parents started to express regret about their choices for us. They actually told us over dinner one night that they wished they had given us better names and apologized for making us live with the names we were given. A few months after that apology, my mom and dad told us they wanted us to be Elizabeth, sister, James, me, and Michael, brother. Is this you, Beer, today? Did your name used to be Cove? Holy shit. They said since we were kids and weren't in college yet and nobody had their license, at that point it would be the best time to do it. All three of us said we didn't want to change our first names. My dad looked into whether they could do it when we said no, and all answers he got pointed to were a very strong no. But it was also unusual to change your older kid's first name, so they went ahead and tried anyway. But once we were asked if we wanted different names, they were told no. My parents brought it up to us a lot afterward. My brother asked why they wanted to name him Michael and said the name was crappy. They told him Michael was a timeless name that would age well and give him some nickname choices. He said he hated it. So they asked if he would consider Charles instead, which he said was an even bigger no. Our parents focused really hard on him for a while because he had asked the question about the name, so they figured he was the most open. So far, none of us have agreed to the name change. I told my parents that I know they regret the names, but we're all used to and like our names and don't want to go for more boring and common names. My parents argued that in the future we will regret it and we'd have to pay for it ourselves when we're adults and we realize having weird names does not age well. I asked why they can't just let us get there if we ever do. They said we should be thinking more of our futures, and they accused me of having a really bad attitude because I said James was as bad to me as Cove is to them now. They told me to look online, and I did, and I saw a lot of hate for our names. But I told them it still didn't change my mind. Where did you find a lot of hate for your names? My parents said we should all respect them enough as parents to allow this, and that we're all being disrespectful. Am I the astronaut? Hell no, you're not being the astronaut. Your parents are being extremely disrespectful to you as individuals. You are 15, 16, and 13. Why the hell would you let your kid grow up to become a teenager, to accept who they are as an individual, and then be like, we'd like to change you? And to OP's point here, let them get to that point. If they get to the point where they want to change their names, let it be their choice. Why are you waiting until they're teenagers to be like, yes, we want to change your names? Let them make the crap bag and Princess Consuela banana hammock choice if they ever want to at that point in life. Let it be their choice. They like their names. Why are you trying to change them? And if this was going to be a thing that you did, you should have done it way sooner. Waiting till a kid is in their freaking teens? What are you going to... Kid's going to show up to school one day and be like, yeah, I'm not Cove anymore. I'm James or Michael or whatever. That's going to make things way more weird and painful for them than leaving them the way they are now. Who gives a shit if somebody doesn't like their name? As long as the person who has the name likes it, that's all that matters. Why are these parents caring so much about what other people think? I just don't understand. I'm sure there are a lot of people that don't love the names we chose for our kids, and you know how many shits I give? This many. None. Don't care. If someday our kids decide they don't like their names and they want to change them, cool. Do what you want, man. But you don't let a kid get comfortable with who they are and then try to rip that rug out from underneath them at 16, 15, or 13. You just don't do it. And them placing the opinions of strangers over the wishes of their children says to me that they are asshat shitbag parents. You know what? I'm gonna send them all the way up to here to Ask on One because this is malicious. This guys gave me a round of applause for choosing an AskCon rating, but you ready to burn me at the stake for forgetting to hit the freaking record button? What kind of fickle audience is this? This is malicious. This is them giving more shits about what strangers think than for their own kids' feelings or who their kids are as individuals. They let them become cove, ocean, and river. And then they're like, yeah, we don't like who you are. We don't like how people on the internet talk about your name. So we're going to completely change them. No, you're not. Or make a deal here, OP, and be like, okay, we will only change our names to the names that you want us to have if you, father, become Crapbag, and you, mother, become Princess Consuela Banana Hammock. Because people on the internet don't really like your names either. It's all fair, right? It's all fair.